we are connecting to Restream, that's for sure. YouTube, probably the volume will be high, because it doesn't let me set the volume before the stream starts, which is a bit silly. Okay, mistake. Should have filled up my glass. Okay, Restream is connecting. Twitch is connected. And YouTube is connected. Excellent. I think we're in. All right, let's see if the chat works. It's the final fog. Let's see if this can work out. All right. Hey, Mark. Awesome. Yeah, the noise is gone as well. It crackles when I touch the connector, so it's either the connector or the gain dial. It's the mechanical stuff, you know. I mean, I'm not a hardcore streamer, but I've been using this mic for what, 5-6 years now. So, all right, let me take a look at the juicy code you have so gracefully provided. So today I'd like to take a look at this final issue, as well as the dark mode matter. Now, people were posting... Oop, no, don't want to close that. Basically, I was getting a lot of emails regarding, obviously, the video that Simon posted. I got 2 more emails today. And there is a big cage at the top. Now, the thing is, I don't know if I haven't actually watched that video yet. So let me see if there's another puzzle I can use for testing. Or maybe I should just use my little test puzzle here and add like a kind of complex cage that I can use as a test, right? So for example, if we use a killer cage and let's say we do something like this and then like this. You know what? Let's do this. It'll have a 3 in it, right? And it'll come down here. And if we make this cage a... No, the sum doesn't actually matter, does it? So now, if I go to this and open that on localhost, I should make myself a little extension for that. Saves a couple of cut and paste and clicks and such. So now I can say the 3s here are marked red. Yes, okay, we'll work with this one. And you've managed to solve this with only these 2 tiny changes. That is a pretty amazing. I mean, I kind of went along the same way, but I was doing it inside the puzzle utilities, puzzle tools code, and there I didn't know which cages are which. So I had the problem that then it would apply to the row and column cages. Oh, by the way, I had after what we talked about earlier, I had also the thought that maybe I should mark explicitly the auto-generated cages as row, column, and region cages, so then other code can act accordingly in the future. So, and we might even introduce the whole both style and type, cage type kind of thing. Hey, Chameleon! If we do have extra time, I'd also like to look into... Excuse me. I got water on the wrong pipe. Into adding arbitrary fog presets. Rather than placing fog lamps, you literally just cover... So the idea I was thinking of doing is... So currently, I have the sort of... You place an FOW cut, but there's a constraint too, right? So where is it? Fog war bulb, so boom, and place the bulb. But instead of fog war bulb, we could also have a second just place cage of fog or whatever, right? And then imagine it's like a cage, and you just paint all the cells that are fogged, and you can control click, right? I don't know actually. If I right click and control click, these are new cages. Can I create? I don't know if do either of you know if I can make a disjoint cage with F puzzles. Probably by pressing Control or Shift or something. Because if we can do a disjoint cage, then there could literally be just one cage, and the cells of the cage are the initially uncovered cells, right? And that would be relatively easy, I think, to manage. I'm gonna ask in the F-Puzzles channel. I think that's what it's for. All right, let's get started. Let's do this first one. Let's try out what this works, how this works, and then we can see kind of what are the interactions and so on. Excuse me. So we go to a line here. Pages. So this goes just above here inside load puzzle. So if it goes into load puzzle, so parsed cells. So you're pre-parsing parsed cells of all the cages. All right, so this is just really caching. Okay, let's not do the caching. So there's currently no way of doing disjoint cages in F puzzles. That's surprising. I'm sure there's puzzles that use them. You know, like something with a cage where, you know, like a chaos thing where like individual cells are part of one cage. I thought I've seen this before. All right. So this is just an optimization. So let's leave that to the end. Let's have a look at this one then, and do it without the optimization first. So checker.getPuzzle line 1604. Now I don't know if the line numbers are with or without this line being added. The cells are checked before they are parsed. The cells are checked before they are parsed. All right, first of all, puzzle info. Oh, it's already been cached. All right. Current puzzle info.cages. Current puzzle info cages. Available cages based on some. Current puzzle. So you're modifying the output of current puzzle info, which I'm actually not recalculating. I don't remember when it recalculates this actually. You need the caching because the cells are checked before they are parsed. The cells are checked before they are parsed. Current puzzle info. Because this is a function, right? I feel like I'm missing something. Because getPuzzleInfo.cages isn't actually a thing, is it? Ah, sorry, no, you're modifying this. Okay, you're modifying this part. You know, we could even do a getSetter here. I am looking at your changes. They're right here. I don't know if are they not showing on the stream properly? They should be showing on the stream, right? Was there a chat message on Puzzle Plaza? I thought I saw a red dot. All right, let me think. So, current puzzle. All right, let me open a second one of these. So when we do the, we're gonna look at the checker, obviously, and here we're doing the check, and we're calculating get puzzle info here. So I'm just gonna output puzzle info here. Right, and then get puzzle info gets called here. All right, and then we go here. Oop, what? What did I broke something already? To calculate, what? Wait, what's going on here? Get puzzle info. I didn't change anything. I literally just put in 2 consoles. Do we have another issue that we gotta deal with first? 548. 548. 548. Cage.value.match. This cage doesn't have a value. How has that not been a problem before? Especially since I literally just had this page this page has already been opened. How was it not a problem a second ago? I mean, it doesn't have a value, fine, but that's a little strange here. I mean, obviously, we can do this. RE cage sum. I think this was an addition to strip out the spacing characters that James Sinclair was using in a puzzle recently. Wow, okay. I wonder if that's been breaking puzzle left, right, and center that I wasn't aware of. Alright, this is definitely a fix I need to push first. Yeah. Alright, let's... Yeah, let's push that fix first. Don't need these. Bump patch. Let's get this out of the way. Fix cage valueless cage handling in calculator. Sorted. Done. Push, push, push. All right. Let's hope that that was the only thing we had to deal with. And why am I at render part here? And why am I at render? This is not where I was in these files. So, out of the bazaar. All right, checker. Check cell. Get puzzle info. All right, and then here, we'll go to get puzzle info in checker, this spot here. All right, I hope the audio levels are good. Okay, so we are now looking at changing what it outputs for cages. So you're is there a reason why you're changing it after the fact rather than in here? So basically, I'm guessing you wanted this added just before the return statement down here. Oh, because you're updating it. You're not, yeah, okay, I see. So you're updating it despite the cache. Yeah, no, what I mentioned before is instead of using parse cells, I was just gonna, this is not what, okay, we were talking about different things. You talk about the cache of the puzzle info, and I was talking about the cache of the parse cells, right? So that's something else. Let's see. In fact, parse cells, we could have it as a dynamic cache, just like puzzle info, to be honest. All right, anyway. So before we do this, I just want to look at this. We'll do this. And then cages.filter. All right. And then this is going to have all this code in it. But I'm going to reverse engineer, de-optimize it. Just so we don't have sort of mixed stuff here. All right, so cage style, cage.parse cells. Cage.parse cells is literally just this. This.part. It's not this.parse cells. It's oh god. All right. All right. Let's do this or that and this. And then filter goes to there. All right. And this goes there. And then here we're going to have framework.app.puzzle.parse cells. cage.parseCells every. Cage.cells. And then every cell is not hide clue. Yeah. I'm not sure if this will loop through all of them versus if you do some. You know what I mean? If you do not some, some cell dot hide clue, right? I don't know if every and some operate differently. Let's try that actually. It's kind of they should be the exact same thing with just an inverted output, right? So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot sum console.log log args sum args, right? And then we'll have the same thing with every. So sum false, okay, and every. Oop, an idiot. All right, sum executes 5 times. Every executes once. Probably because of what they return or not return, right? So if I do some true false and every true false, so we have some true comes once, some false 5 times, every true 5 times, every true false once. Okay, so they're just inverts of each other. All right. So if we do some or every, it's really just like, personally, I think of it as some, but it's literally the same. Yeah. Okay. Oops. All right, and that should be equivalent to that. And this should change what cage is. All right. Or, yeah, all right. So if I do 3 here, we have 30 cages at first. And then cage.filter is all undefined. Because I didn't have the map. Yeah. No, wait. Map, okay. You're mapping it to parsed cells. Is that what we're expecting on the output? Oh, yes. Okay, because it's already parsed. All right. So I do this. So cages.filter filters out 9 cages. Which 9? Why does it filter out 9 cages? And it changes. Oh, because this is not this. All right. So we have, yeah. We actually want puzzle info.cages here. Like that. Like that. Ooh. Right. Oh. So we have 30 cages in total. Puzzle info cages is 30. We have removed 9 cages here. Why have we removed 9 cages? Because as far as I know, there's only this one extra cage. So first of all, we have 1 killer cage. We have these box cages. And then these sum cages. So cage style, not cage.style. Okay, so yeah, you see one of the problems is that the row and column cages are actually don't have cage style assigned. So it actually removes them. If we don't map this, we'll be more easily able to identify the cages, right? So if I put a 1 here. So we have these, no. We have these 30 cages, and then we have these filtered cages. And if we compare, so we have the wait a second. Why did it remove the other box style cages? That's not what I expected. It has all the row and column cages, if not cage style. So is it because it has, I just saw styled box. Okay. So box is, I think, exclusively used for regions, basically. So I think we can, if we could exclude box, we could include box if not cage style, if undefined box dot includes cage dot style, right? That should be that. Oh, so yeah, okay. So now it only removes the killer cage. Now, one issue I have is that cosmetic cages also have cosmetic cages also have no style assigned to them. Wait a sec. No, wait a second. But I assign it to them when I import it. So it will. I mean, this is definitely an improvement because it'll work probably for most puzzles. It's just in reality, there are lots of cages that could be not killer cages, or in theory, right? In practice, maybe no. But maybe that's what I was talking about earlier. That I have to kind of clean up that kind of code and document a bit, because it could be that currently there's no path through the importer for a cage to come through that is not either a marked killer cage or a cage that we can ignore, right? So if we look at cage, they get either, if they're indexer cages, they get indexer. Otherwise, they have no value. So cosmetic cages would not have a value. So this would fail for the cosmetic cages. So, okay, the other thing we could do, which is also something I thought of, if we mark the row and column cages the same way we mark the box cage, then we can just use those explicit values. Now, originally, when I came up with all this rubbish, I used those literally to index visual styles. But the truth of the matter is, they're really types, and they just happen to have certain styles, right? So if we look at something like... so first of all, the box style should really be region, right? So here, cages, hidden. If cage target, cage.style equals box, cell grids, cages. So where else am I using box? I don't even remember where these automated cages are. Oh, wait, I'm searching the wrong area. Where the automated things are inserted. So we have handle region feature. So if we add something like type region here, right? And then we also have to look at pages load compact classic style type region, and then there's two of them, and then there's one where it's getting checked, and I don't know if this has any impact. Yes, it's just it's just regions. So it doesn't look like regions in... Yeah, because regions are an explicit data type in the CTC format. So I believe that the fpuzzles importer generates region output. So we can actually... We can check that, right? So we can just say, let's temporarily use the unminified importer. Then we output the puzzle we're generating. Right? So if we do this, then puzzle, right? So we have the one killer cage and then 3 metadata cages. And then we have regions, right? And these regions are, yeah, so these are explicitly imported. So there's no mention of box here. And this one doesn't actually worry about rows and columns at all. Rows and columns are then added. Well, over here. Now the problem is currently rows and columns aren't marked similar to box. So let's have a quick look again. Handle region feature, handle cage feature. So I think the rows and columns are, yeah. So rows and columns are added, for example, here. So this would then be something like type. And I don't know if I should distinguish them. Do you think we want a row and a column type, or do we just want to have a row call? I think a row call is enough, because once you know it's a row now, you can always look at the cells and find if they are in line or not, right? Now the thing is, this is from the Compact Classic importer. There are others, so maybe this is what we need. So what if I look for something like this? No. If I look for this, that's probably too vague. What if I look for this? Generate row cages. Here we go. Some unique. And then we can do type row call. Row call. Type row call. Generate. Sudoku X Windoko. Now Sudoku X and Windoko, for example, we could do similar things, right? So Windoko cages are technically, they would be of type region. The question is, Windoko might not be... no, I think Windoko specifically means those cages inset by one, right? So they are very... You would know ahead of time where they are. They're not just arbitrary 3x3 boxes, right? So if we have Windoko, we can do type region. To be honest, I'm tempted to just call the rows and columns regions as well, but they're not really. Regions are mutually exclusive, while the rows and columns are overlapping. So I think we can type these as row call as well. You know, it's not grammatically correct, but I think it makes sense here. So now, if we refresh, clear, place a digit, right? Now the question is, these all have type row call and type region. So we could now say, if, instead of doing this, we could say region row call type, right? And then that would even cover Windoko and Sudoku X. So this filters out two cages right now. We have a killer. Oh, because we have the X and the V cages. Why does it not filter? Oh, because we still have the... No, wait a second. Why does it not remove this one? Shouldn't it be removing this one? Let's do this instead. So we have cage number so-and-so here. Then we want to know if it's a cage type, if it's on the list, right? Like that. And we want to have this hidden clue thing also listed like that. Right? Yes. All right. Place a digit somewhere. So we have 30 cages. Undefined. So this one is excluded. Region, roll call, undefined. Now these two should be excluded, which I didn't actually mark. I gotta mark my Boolean output here. So the Boolean is this or this. Region or row call. Okay. So false. Why is this one true? False. So type is undefined. Oh, because it's an O or. Wait a second. Oh, I'm an idiot. Because that one is visible, that's why. Because the V is visible, so the V is also included, and this one isn't included. Also, I'm an idiot, but because the 3 is also seeing these two anyway, so this isn't actually going to help us. So what if we put a 4 in here, and I put a 4 here? Yeah, so... Okay, yeah, obviously, because we're not taking this into consideration just yet. Okay. All right. Now, I'm wondering... Because this is already pre-filtering, you're actually removed the unique filter here. Is that, do you have a particular reason for that? Because I'm just thinking, can we just reuse this data? Use this as our cache data so we don't have to reparse the cells. The only difference is that we don't actually have a reference to the original cage data. I see. All right, I see why you parsed the cells there. You see, because what I'm thinking is, I mean, to be honest, it probably makes sense to cache the parse cells on the cages. Because I was thinking we could actually have an object here and then use that as our cache, right? And then just post-filter it afterwards. All right, screw it. Let's do it properly, right? Let's just add your parsing in. We'll find that in load puzzle. Line 1605. No, 1999. 1999 here. So this is after here. Actually, we want to do it all the way at the bottom. Because cages might still be getting added. Yeah, you see cages are still being added. So let's just do it at the very end, right? So, cache, parse, cells, cage.cells. Okay, I think that'll do the trick. And now we can do parse cells in here. 1 second. Like that. Boom. It obviously means we cannot... Because now we have a little bit... One issue I see right now is that I'm already kind of doing a little bit of funny business here. Because by, like, initially I moved it... I moved it to here, so I don't call it multiple times. But I'll be honest, I forgot that it's already caching it. That's why I didn't mind calling it multiple times. Now it matters when it's being called, because it's a sort of a partial cache. So now we have to remember that we cannot hold on to this across actions, right? I mean, we could do it properly. We could build a caching framework that dirties the cache when actions happen and stuff like that. Because right now, this stuff happens every action, right? So it's literally running every time you do something. I mean, it's not a big deal just yet, but it's something to consider. Because in the future, what we might do is just update the data when the action happens. And then the data is always up to date, right? Sort of cache on write rather than cache on read. All right. Then we don't need to do this at all, since we're going to be recalculating this anyways. And the filter is similar to this, so we can do... let me reference your code quickly, just to keep my brain a little bit idle here for a moment. So, cages dot filter, and we want to make this a const filter types. So filter cage, and we basically want to let it through if either this is true or cage.parseCells, right? Parse cells. And I'm gonna revert it, sorry man. My brain every time stumbles on it. I don't know. This makes more sense to me when we don't have some of them being hidden. I know it's probably, you know, a matter of mental brain structure, but other than that, it's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why am I getting so many weird Discord ads just because and the noise is back? No. All right. Oh, we probably want to silence all of this as well because it is untenable. Reading some parsed cells. Now, can we rely on cage parse cells to exist? Yes, because the last thing we do, so all cages have parse cells. Or not. So cages. Did I not give them all parse cells? I thought they all have parse cells now. Unless... There. Unless this happens too late. Did I screw something up? Oh. $2058. Shit. That's a bit of a problem because we've got more cages being wait a second. No. This is just rendering them. Okay, so forget that. That's just rendering them. That's rendering. That's rendering. Native cage counts. Cage errors. All right, okay. Nothing gets added after that. So, nothing gets added after here. Okay, well, I guess you knew what you're doing by putting it there. Why did I ever doubt you? And... Or... Puzzle tools for 3. Zzz. 1767. 1767. 17... Oh. Map. I think that's what it was complaining about. Okay. Yeah, so now if I put a 1 here, 1 here. Now, the one issue is that, for example, in this case, you know these are connected. So that's kind of where the conflict thing doesn't comply, you know, it doesn't agree with the thing. Or, for example, if I put the 4 here, and then I reveal these cells, which I can't. Yeah, you see, this to a human is clear what's going on. That's basically the, you know, basically the only way to solve that is to literally do an A-star pathfinder algorithm on the partially obscured cage, which of course fails on disjoint cages. So you'd have to basically check if the cage is disjoint first, right? And then do it A-star. And if the cage... Well, no, it doesn't matter, right? You can still do an A-star, because obviously if the cage is disjoint, you wouldn't necessarily know that these are part of the same cage, right? And of course, the killer calculator does kick in, even though, like... I don't know, you know, you could kind of... Yeah. I don't want to even go there, because in theory, you could just reveal this, because it's like... Well, not reveal it, actually, but you know the cage connects through it. Okay. Let's just go with this for a moment and see where we're at. So we obviously don't need this anymore because we're recalculating cages every time we do this. So that's fine. I don't know. I mean, I like doing this way because visually I know what's going on. But obviously performance-wise is, you know, a direct if cage type was this. Or cage type equals whatever. No, I'm gonna leave it like this because then it's clear what's going on and it's easy to... First of all, the optimizer is gonna take care of it, and it's... Yeah. I'm not even gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because that one little array instantiation, you know, it's not happening every frame or anything like that. Check for the cage equals unique equals true. Oh yeah, you're right, because that wasn't the original one. Well, it's true because if there's no uniqueness constraint on the cage, then there's no conflict, right? Like you can have force here and here if there's no uniqueness constraint. So you definitely want to have this. And then you did no cage style or... So no cage style is really this now, right? So we can do this, and then we can do that. Can kind of do this, right? Cage style and processor with there. I'm gonna remove this because that's because this is now... All right, I'm gonna remove this because I know what's going on. All right, so let's see where we're at. So we've added the let's get rid of that. We've added the caching. We've removed the pre-calculation of the cages. We've added the life calculation with region. Now we obviously added also the row call type, and I think we added the row call type and box type in a couple of places where they seemed to be relevant. All right, sort this out. Well, that's basically what we're doing now. That's pretty much exactly what we're doing. All right. Whoa, what's going on here? I didn't delete anything I shouldn't have, right? Nope. Okay. box region, type row call, type. Now the only thing that bugs me is that this stuff is happening in a couple of places, so I might, you know, but this is like small refinements, improvements, right? So that should now solve the main problem. Now what I don't know is if it doesn't break something in a serious way, right? But I think this is the change. All right. You know, it's a beta for a reason. And this doesn't look like it's going to just horribly break it. So I think this is calls also for an update of our little credit section up here. Zoop, zoop. Fixed fog pencil mark conflict checker interaction. That should be with a 0. Right. And a 0 here. And in theory, I should be able to just use that note. Don't know if putting slashes in commit messages is a problem. We'll find out. All right. And then this should go app, I think. I'm gonna just push this to alpha for now, and then we can do a test play at the end of the stream. So I think this was the sort of main issue that a lot of people had. And the other main issue is the... What? Why does it give me a change? I've saved... Seriously? Alright. The other issue is the dark mode. Alright, so dark mode... It's actually not terrible because the functionality is there, right? So it's really just a styling issue that visually it's just a bit of a mess. Uh-oh, what's going on? All right. So, feature style. So the main issue is that the fog is a weird color. Is that the problem? I'm gonna need more space here. So let's see what's going on here with the fog. Got the fog. And the fog is just a masked version. And it's colored here. That's a little strange though, right? Thanks for the some Woofer updated his Patreon. Thanks for that. If I do this red, why is it so dim and partially see-through? Yeah, I'm not gonna go into fixing dark mode. Dark mode is a mess. I know that. Right now, I just want to fix this particular thing related to fog of war. Get the fog of war. You know, dark mode needs its own sort of update and so on. And you know, I can't get dragged down into trying to fix everything at the same time. But this is obviously not a bright red. So as far as I can tell, there's some shenanigans happening here, either with partial transparency due to the mask. Let me think. Why is this? So what's on top of this? Let's just remove all of these and see where we end up. Okay. Whoop. Arrows? Nope. Cell colors? Nope. Underlay? Nope. Background? Nope. So why the hell is this not colored all throughout? So this implies to me it's not actually the color that's the problem, it's the mask itself. So the mask is generated by... It's, let me think. The mask, we have the shape. We have the parts that fade in and fade out. We have the strokes. And then the shape here. Now the shape should be full opacity, right? For shape. So that comes from here. This doesn't have partial opacity either. This doesn't have... So there's, as far as I can tell, there's no partial opacity on any of these. Fade in, fade out is not used. I don't understand how this is not fully bright red right now. You see how it's kind of dark here and medium dark there? It should be a much more full color. I don't know if I have a dark mode, if I'm not trivial. Plugin applies color change to SVG elements inside of the mask tag. So, did it happen? I'm just trying to reveal the clue. Well, right now I'm trying to figure out why this is partially transparent when it's supposed to be fully opaque, right? If we edit the mask here. All right, so it knows, okay, so it is definitely in the mask, right? Mask light. So mask light. Oh, what's going on in here? So if I get rid of that. Okay, so it's fog of war mask fog, that's partial. Fog of war mask fog is a full fill here. And then it's doing a full black fill of the edge. And the edge includes the, let me think. If I get rid of these, right? Okay. So our fog of war shape here is this, right? Let's get rid of these. All right, so now we have fog of war path. Now, as far as I know, oh, is this a gray? Is this like a default gray color of some kind? If I do this fill black. No. Is any of these partial opaque, partially transparent? Or this one's transparent. Opacity 1. Fill. Black. Opacity 1. Fill. Black. All right, let's get rid of additional layers. So we bring that one level up, delete that. Okay. So fog of war shape is being used directly by this. So what if I take this and just apply that directly to the path? Get rid of that extra layer. Then I just bring this down one level, just to make sure it's not, you know, it's not like a styling on any of these things, right? Yep. Crackle, crackle. Okay, so this directly applies to this thing. All right, opacity 1, fill, black. Okay, so fog of war edge is being used here. So instead of using fog of war edge, let's use fog of war shape. So fog of war edge becomes shape. Okay, so fog over edge is not used anymore. Let's get rid of that. Boom. Okay, we're still in this weird dim view thing. All right. Is there something about the masking mechanism that I don't fully understand? I wonder if there's some other property that affects the mask. It's partial opaque because the elements inside of the fog should be clear white and clear black. What plugin? There's no plugin. You're saying that my dark mode actually hits the black and the white colors and change. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. It's this guy. Ha! All right. Okay. So the question is, can we affect that? Let me think. So the, so we have a fill here. Also, this is all sorts of broken. What the heck? How did that happen? There is some garbage characters in here. Line 1052. These characters are not here. Huh. That's weird. That's very strange. Let me think. So what I could do is I could override them by making them very kind of explicit, right? So, so one of the things I could do is kind of make these, you know, exclamation mark important and all that stuff. And I could move them into the style sheet. So let's see if that's the easy way out, right? So we can do we can do this. Class equals mask white. And then this is going to be mask black. And then we're just going to do that for all the sort of colors that are used inside the masks, right? This is mask black. This is mask white. And these are the only two masks we have, right? And then we can just do mask white and mask black. Because those shouldn't get changed by anything, right? So we can do this and this. Now this might not be specific enough to override the dark mode thing. Or it might be. All right. So that's already working. Now, I'm curious if that weird character stuff. Okay, so that I must have pressed some keys and not realized. I don't think it's Dark Reader. I think it was my own dark mode thing. The question becomes now: is this acceptable? Because we might actually want to dark mode modify that color a little bit, right? So we might want to do this. And here we have a bit of a problem because the dark mode kind of tries to check. Like, I don't want things dependent on the dark mode, but this is something I need to sort out in the future. So we can do something like this. And I'm guessing this should just be darker. Really. So if I look at... where's the color for this thing being defined? Fog or fog. It should be this thing that has the color. Fog or fog should have a color set here. Fog of war dash fog. Fog of war. Oh, wait, it's a class. Never mind. Here. So if we change this to... Come on. we probably want this to just be a little bit darker. Oh, 6.9, nice. Maybe like this. Yeah, I think this might work. So if we just do 77, right? We can probably just do that. Shorten it. And change that as well. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into Dark Reader to see if that screws it up as well. That might be a different issue though. The problem is I can't start dealing with all sorts of extensions because, you know, there's Dark Reader, but there's probably 100 other ones that people use, right? And the people who are using Dark Reader are probably thinking, oh, Dark Reader is the one true dark mode plugin, right? But the reality is there's so many, right? So if I leave dark mode here, no. Dark mode alpha off. So this is just Dark Reader, I guess. And where's Dark Reader now? Dark Reader. Where is it? I have so much stuff. Dark Reader, Dark Reader. All right, so there should be a toggle for this. Okay. So Dark Reader looks like it's gonna work fine. It's actually very similar to my own color scheme, come to think of it. It really screws up the right side here, though. Why you not do this correct, Dark Reader? That is interesting. I don't remember how I did that. I forgot. I'm talking about the rounded green corners there. Did I do them with an SV? No. Did I not just do them with a round border? Apparently not, even though that would seem easiest thing. Yeah, Dark Reader for some reason decides this right edge. All right, you see, this is just a bad Dark Reader thing, like bug in Dark Reader. Oh no, it's a scroll bar. Okay, never mind. So Dark Reader just makes the scroll bar completely invisible. All right, all right. And if I change to my own dark mode here, it doesn't actually affect. I feel that the fog is way too bright in dark mode. Yeah. Why is Dark Reader making it so bright? Oh, and I see what you're saying. It makes the fog transparent. Yes. I mean, what can I tell you? They can't use it. It's really something the plugin creators should fix. Not. It's a bug in their system, right? So they should really tell them, hey, Dark Reader, fix your stuff. I don't even know if there's anything I can do about it, to be honest. It just means it's probably a similar issue, right? It's like what we fixed in our own thing. It's basically changing the masking colors to be not fully dark. Dark Reader inline fill. Dark Reader inline fill. Okay, this sounds like something they should already know about. So Dark Reader inline fill, SVG mask override. There should be a way to override that. So SVG masking gets went from a Wikipedia article SVG image. Then more as the background is inverted, but the rest of the image is not. Not sure. Link creation. Inline SVGs are analyzed by every element pathway. Maybe they should be analyzed as a whole image and simply inverted by CSS filter. Math equation SVG inverts cancel each other out. Remove the fault one. Let me see. Issues. SVG mask. Web app. White, very bright backgrounds are not PNGs. Image browsing websites. White backgrounds. Okay. I think the easiest is here to just see if we can override the style the same way. So it overrides mask white despite the important flag because they're putting an inline in here. CSS override inline style. There must be a way of excluding it from dark mode, from dark reader. Override inline styles, external CSS. I mean, we could write the styles in there, but I would really not like to add JavaScript code to dynamic modifications because of a plugin like that. That would seem like a little bit. Using important. I am using important. It does not override. So important. It seems important. It seems I've spelled it correctly, right? It seems like I'm not doing it right because I already have the important flag on these guys. So we have mask white fill, and it sees it here. It overrides the dark mode. Wait a second. Yeah, it overrides the dark mode. Wait a second. What are these guys here? Wait a second. Mask white FFF. Where is this style coming from? Why am I not seeing where the style is coming from? Mask white. Dark reader fallback. Ugh. Oop. Oh geez. What's all this? Oh yeah, no, that's my stuff. Okay. Oh my god, yeah. I'm just realizing how it does variables. That's pretty terrible. What I don't understand is where this thing is coming from. Mask white. Fill. So this style is injected by dark readers from somewhere. So there must be a way of telling dark reader to back off. Dark reader override. Override global dark list. Unless it's just a crappy extension and people don't care about it. Maybe fewer people use it then, because otherwise they'd have stuff for it, yeah. Maybe by design, for example, Discord's dark mode is still relatively bright when you're. There must be some information for site fixes, right? How do we submit site fixes? Contrast. Use dev tools. Dark reader, invert. No. I mean, that they obviously know they have a problem, right? I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'd like to fix it, but it looks like their system is just a little crappy. Website light by default. Keyboard shortcuts won't work. Force dark mode on always. How do you start without CDN? How to invert iframe? Okay. Here we go. Not to convert images. Maybe there's a way of telling it to leave things alone. So it looks like Dark Reader just doesn't, like, it expects you to kind of tell them every time there's a problem. I mean, I could just do a report for that. What I don't like is there doesn't seem to be, like, there should be a way of telling it, hey, don't Dark Reader change this thing. Like, there should be a help for site builders. Use the general custom site settings. Custom site settings. I mean, you know. Theme generation modes, top section filter settings. This is all for the user of Dark Reader. This is very much anti-developer, to be honest. Okay, let's think. I mean, the problem is they're kind of scanning for the important, and then they're inserting something themselves afterwards, right? Dark reader inline fill. So this is not this style. Because it's actually using this fill, right? No, it's not using this fill. It's using this one. No, it's not using this one either. Oh, wait a second. We gotta look at the dark one, right? No, that's fine. Yeah, so it is this one, right? So that's weird because it has this weird thing here, which doesn't do anything. And then it's doing this thing. What if I do this? Right. So if we do this here, so that's for the black. And then we'll do the same thing for white. I don't know if Dark Reader was good, they'd obviously also handle this situation, right? No, they're doing something. They're doing enough to make it not right. So in fact, now they are adding this. God damn, that's annoying. Dark Reader mark as excluded element. Fix exclude elements. Rewrite instructions. Important. When dark mode is on the whole page, root element is inverted by filter. To invert the need to use learn opengl.com. Oh my god, really? Background image none. I'm just the wrong background. Yeah, but I don't want to. I think this doesn't. This, like, the user of Dark Reader will have to do that. I don't see a way of fixing that, actually. Is there another way of filling? I'm just thinking, let's say, I don't know, what if I have that partial transparency and I just draw it many times, for example, right? Like, let's see if we have a lot of these, because now the transparency would basically diminish. No. Oh, because it's worse than that, because it's inverting it. Because it thinks, oh, let's invert the transparency, right? So, if I invert it here, that do something. Because maybe there's a way to detect dark mode, you know what I mean? Because if I can do that, then maybe I can pre-invert it and then they invert it or whatever. But it's a bit stupid to invert a mask. That doesn't make any freaking sense. That doesn't make any freaking sense at all. Get rid of these for a sec. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know which it's trying to override and what, because I have opposite styles, right? So the mask white color is filled as black and it turns it to white. And we're looking at the light mask, this one. So here, mask black is made light. And then mask white is made... That's that part. But mask black... The thing is that not the thing that's supposed to be doing the thing, right? That's that part, and that is... Oh, a little confused. 1 second. The part that cuts out the things is... Whoop. Mask fog. We have mask fog here, so that's the thing that cuts out. Mask light is what's lit up. Alright. So this is the one that's being inverted in the wrong direction. So this one currently is white, but it should be black. So, givens using fog of war mask fog, right? Fog of war mask fog. And then this one, oh, doing this thing. Oh, because I change it, it literally watches the page and rechanges it. Holy crap. Well, that's really freaking obnoxious. Why does that not do anything? This noise is in my microphone. But it's just variables that it injects. But it's not injecting any CSS variables. That's the problem. It's literally taking whatever I put in as CSS and then just adds it afterwards again. There's no CSS variables involved, unfortunately. Now, what if I used CSS variables? So what if we did something like blah 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 mask white is that. And then here we'll just say var mask white. Something like that, if that's the syntax. If you're even a real boy. Maybe then it'll actually use... maybe then it'll create a variable and override it. Black. Black. Because these variables shouldn't change. Alright, so it's still doing something. I'm not seeing where it's overriding this stuff right now. Mask white here looks like it's a white. Ah, this is annoying. 1 second, let me get out of dark mode off. Dark reader off. So right now, we're only using, yeah, the light is for this part. So we're only using this fogware mask fog. And that's responsible for doing that cutout. And we don't need the edge at all. Oh my god, these are also... but we don't care about these, right? So we're using fog of war shape. Shape comes from here. Okay, so no colors involved so far. So this is just pure shape. Yeah, that doesn't matter, right? So here we're now drawing the edge with mask black. Okay. Now if I enable this, these digits immediately come through, right? And the only way they come through is if this is not indeed actually proper black anymore. But according to this, it still is. So I don't know exactly what's going on here. What am I missing? What am I missing? Because then this mask, as far as it shows me here, so it doesn't have any of those weird injected styles right now. And it should literally just be masking this out, and it should be a black and white mask. Nothing is interfering here. We have this class, mask white, mask black. They use variables. We don't even need the important now because there's no alternative styles being proposed. Not that I can tell. I mean, they're not being overridden. All these colors are being overridden. In fact, it's strange that it's not being overridden. Maybe it's not listening for variables being injected at runtime. If I do this. Yeah, you see, it doesn't actually change anything. This is very bizarre right now, because before I could see what it was doing and why the colors were changing. But right now... Now, if I do this, right, and then make this mask black... The problem is it's really hard to tell if it's just a difference in... Wait a second, what the heck? Alright, so the mask black color works. So it's this fog of war edge. Oh my god, maybe there's something else that's being made semi-transparent. The thing is, class mask black should override all of this other stuff, right? Alright, what if instead of edge we go back to shape? That works. Holy moly. Okay, so fog over edge. Oh man, so these styles in here don't override the style down here. That's a bloody shame. So it's actually not using this mask black at all. Shoot. So we're using edge to get the soft edges involved in the mask. But this inner fill, which is fog of war shape, and fog of war shape is this, and this somehow gets a color that isn't, you know, strictly exactly what we want. I'm guessing. The fog of war shape, fog of war edge. This should be on top of these. But it's got a fill color here. Fog of war edge. Alright. Fill. Bar mask black. What if I do this? We do this. Ha! Sucker. Okay. If I toggle this to... Okay, this still works. And if I now go back to dark mode, this works. Screw you, Dark Reader. All right. I think that's good enough, right? You know, I know dark mode isn't very great, but at least now it's functional. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do we get... Yeah, like, there's no color change on that. I don't know. Is that because of Dark Reader? Yeah. So Dark Reader really messes it up. I don't know how people can deal with something like that. It doesn't seem very good. It's in some ways worse than my dark mode. I mean, I could... You know, what I really should do is, if people like it, I should look at how the colors are changed, and then just tune my dark colors to match that without, you know, messing with the functionality. All right, let's see if we can reduce this now. I think this is fine. This, I don't think works at all. This we need. These... Can we use... No, this... Yeah, all right, so we need this mask. This is what inverts it. So here we need it. Okay. And fog of war edge, is that fine to have just the mask color? Yeah, because this is a definition. This is never going to get drawn with that color, right? Because the color is being applied here. Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So we could... Yeah, I was just wondering if I should put a class on Fog of War Edge, or is it's fine to do this. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. All right, and that should sort this out. I'm gonna do this as a patch because it's really just a fix, you know. Although it's not a patch to what we did before, I'll do it minor. Screw it. We're in 3 digits. It's not gonna go up too quickly now. All right, so this should fix dark mode and improve fog dark mode and dark reader interaction. Dark reader, that's what the thing is called, right? Dark reader. All right, don't want to see you again. You're causing me work for no reason. That's not helping anybody. It's not adding features. All right, so that's the second item. Now what did we mention before where I said I didn't want to go there? Dr. Ruggen. I'm just going back in chat because somebody mentioned something earlier and I said, oh, I shouldn't be looking at that right now. Givens are also very dark. Okay, yeah, I don't want to improve the colors at the moment. Partial browser inside of the fog. All right. I think that fixes the main issue, which is the functionality, right? It's just revealing the fog, and like this, you can at least play a Fog of War puzzle, right? So let's have a quick look at a to-do list I had in the past, and let me push that to alpha as well quickly. Okay, so you guys want to play with it. So that would fix bad interaction with dark mode is done. Also, reset does not reset fog. Now, this is something somebody mentioned, but I think that's working now. So I don't remember what I might have done to fix that, but I've never experienced that. So I'm just going to remove that. Feedback post timer settings menu is open. That's done. Create page presenting feature with list. With list of panels. Okay, brief panel center. Yeah, okay. So that's I'm not going to do that this stream. Enable loading palette from page. Yeah, so I want to do a page that has like color palettes on it, and then let people click on them and change to them and stuff like that. And we can do like the palette of the month and that kind of thing, right? So we fixed this. I think it's good enough for that main issue they had with that puzzle for Simon. So now if I remove this one, no, if I remove this one, god damn it, 5 is the wrong thing. All right, yeah, so if I put a 1 here, they're red. If I remove it, they become blue again, because it now, quote unquote, doesn't know that. Now the problem is, if I put the 8 here, and I remove the 1 here, and I put a 1 here, these stay blue. So this is basically the last edge case where it doesn't do what you expect. But at least it errs on the side of the wrong checking, not on the side of revealing the hints of the puzzle when it shouldn't. All right, I think that's that. Somebody was mentioning about somebody's saying that it's easy to cheat because there's not the live system. Well, don't cheat then. That's nobody cares. Fog of War animation turned on. It's possible that was related. Ah, wait. So I think this was something regarding the animation. Do I have the animations right now? I have the animations off. That's not good, because that means I might not realize if there's a problem. So if I do this, right? And then do this, and now I have a reset. Yeah. Because it's possible that there's a bug where the animation gets stuck halfway and doesn't complete. I think it might also be related to undo. I think somebody mentioned something where after they did an undo, it basically was in the reversed state of what it should have been. But I cannot reproduce that. So I think I'm gonna... I'm just gonna email them to see if they can reproduce it on alpha. And maybe it's just fixed now. Because people like, you know, they send off this sort of report and then they expect me to deal with it, but I can spend a lot of time. Yeah, so there was certificate issues I got reported. Let's see, this was YouTube. All right, so this I think is all fixed now. Sorry, I'm doing email on stream. This is terrible. It's just I've not been keeping on top of my emails, and the list has just gotten so long. S Pen with SudokuPad. All right, that's something else. That's something related to colors. All right, so that's that. I should be working on these pages, but I really don't feel like it now. It's getting late. I also need to do some testing. Now, I haven't done the puzzle that that was shown on... yeah, first of all, let's deploy to beta. No, let's play it on alpha, and then we'll take it from there. The thing is, I haven't done this puzzle, Riders of the Storm, but I think I'll do it, you know, I'll have Simon help me along. And I haven't done this one, Fog Mini. Okay, let's do this as a test on alpha. I gotta do stuff on the server because I've done some changes to the server scripts and restarted some stuff, and it's very possible that I screwed some things there, so it's good to run a few things on the server. All right, so is this in view? Yes, I'm just gonna close these. What's this down here? Oh, we don't need that. Just clean screen. All right. I'm gonna be super unprofessional. I'm just gonna have this like that. Some of it off screen because my stream doesn't cover my entire view. Oh, that actually works. That if I just full screen it alt-right, it kind of works. All right, so this is a standard 6x6. I have not played this before. I have no idea how it goes. It might be too hard for me. Some is a little obscured by fog. Places digits and cages, some to the given total, and may not repeat. Cages do not overlap each other. All right, so this is a 15 cage. But we don't know how big it is, so we don't know if the numbers are big and small. This cage goes down, this cage goes across. It's a 6x6, so we know the one's going here. Oh, wait, 6x6, so 15 cage has to be more than 2 cells. So I guess we can start doing this, and this, and this. But we don't see much, actually. So, what does this 15 cage? The only thing, as far as I can tell, the only thing that 15 cage tells us is that it's more than 2 cells. The problem is, it could do this, right? Digits and cages sum to the given total. It may not repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21. 15 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the largest this can be is 5, and we know this is not green. So the largest, so it could look like this. No, it can't look like this. It could look like this. And it could look like this. So the question is, does this cage have a 1 in it? That's a good question, right? So if the 1 can't be here, what's the smallest we can make this? 6, 5 is 11. 6, 5, 4 is 15. So it could be 6, 5, 4. So we could have this, right? And that's 15. And then the 1 can be here, for example. That's one possibility. So it could be going down and taking this cell. It could also do this, 6, 5, 4, and then the 1 could be in either one of these, right? 6, 5, 4. So we know it doesn't take this cell. We know it doesn't take this one. And we know it cannot be bigger than 15. But it could go across like that. And if it has a 1 in it, well, the 1 could be here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, for example. I don't see any problem with that. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. It could be 4, 5, 6 like that. 4, 5, 6 like that. It could be 4 cells. So this 15 cage, I mean, that's the only number we have. And this cage doesn't have a number given, so we don't actually know how big it is. How are you supposed to do this? Just in cages sum to the given total, it may not reach. Diagonally adjacent. Oh, okay. Diagonal adjacent may not contain the same digit. So it's anti-kings. Let's see if it. Yeah. So my rules checker doesn't actually understand that. All right. So diagonal adjacent cells may not contain this. So this is not a 1. So the 1 is down here. So does that help us with the 15 cage? This definitely has a 1 in it. I'm not sure. To be honest, what would knowing that there's a cage here help us without knowing the sum of the cage? Maybe because we get the number here later. Yeah. So the number is somewhere around here. Also, 1s aren't here and here. So there's a 1 here. There's no 1 here, which means no 1 here. So there's a 1 over here. No 1's here. We know there's a 1 here. The 15 cage still doesn't necessarily have to have a 1 in it. 4, 5, 6. Where does this go in that cage, right? So it doesn't go here. So this goes into here. Because, okay, so for example, all right, all right. Now I understand what this is telling us. Yeah, of course. Settings, support SudokuPad, and check hide CDC Kickstarter promo. Boom. So if I now restart this, it doesn't pop up the thing at the beginning. And it doesn't have the promo in the pause screen either. All right, so this cell cannot be here. So it must be here or here, which means this cannot take both of these. So we cannot do this, but we could still do this. And then this cell could be down here. Or we could do this, and then this cell would be down here. So I think that's how we need to go with how we have to treat these, the cages. Like what they mean for us. Yeah, there's the ones over here. So I think this one could be a 1, so it could be this one. Or so this has to be here or here, and this has to be here or here. I think I'm gonna use letters. I don't really use letters because I personally still find it a bit clunky. So if we put an A, yeah, that's why. Nope. If we put an A, nope. Which letter mode am I on? Alt for letter, shift corner. Shift for letters, alt for corner marks. Shift A. Shift A. Good enough. So A goes here. Let's get rid of these ones. A goes here. And if we make this one B, B goes here. Or the okay, that we can't even mark that. B could be 1. But if B is 1, do we need to have a then it becomes a 4-cell cage. We know this. Okay, the real question is, is this green? I think that's the only thing. Yeah, I mean, it just means this cage doesn't have a total, right? Cage doesn't get to the given total, it may not repeat. It says given total, but it doesn't say if every cage has a given total, because if this has a given total, it means the cage needs to do this, right? That would be meaningful. If every cage must have a given total, the only way this has a given total is if it goes up this way. I don't think even this would give it a total. All cages have a total. Okay, so then the pink cage must be really humongously big. So we know now this is pink. And this is pink. Hey Shelby, how are you doing? I'm trying to think. Yes, this doesn't need to be pink. Which also means the total of the pink cage needs to be greater than 15. Which doesn't tell us much, I think. Does that tell us anything? Where does this go in here? It can't go here. So this cell, let's not use B. This cannot go here, cannot go here. So the B is over here. Yeah, I was worried that it would be a really hard one, actually. If the pink goes up, then it forces the B here. So we know this isn't pink, but we don't know if this is pink or not. And then B, well, it can't be here, it can't be here. So B is here. And B cannot be here. Well, B cannot be in these, it cannot be here. So either pink goes across here and then B is down here, or it goes down and across, and then B would have to be here exactly. So B is in one of these. Ugh, okay. This one. Goes here. So So one of these two is green for sure. But that is all we know. This is really tricky. Oh yeah, 21 is max, right? Yeah, I forgot that. 21 is max. So pink must be 21, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the pink goes around here. Okay, that helps. So now we know B is, well, it's down here. Down here, which means it's not here. It's not here. So B is here. Exactly. And up here. And then these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These aren't 1. Okay. So B isn't 1. It's not super helpful. So this is a 6-cell cage. Does that give us any other information? This cell, okay, B, well, we know that B goes down here. Doesn't go there. Oh! Yeah, okay, we know already. B is this, so this is two. All we know is that's not a 1. Is that helpful? We know the 1 isn't here. We know B isn't 1, so the 1 is here. Whoop, nope. Yeah, nope. Yeah, I need to figure out. I personally don't use this very often. So I don't know exactly how the letter tool properly works. Okay, 3. We know this is at least 3. Does this have to have a 1 in it? No. This could still be 4, 5, 6 like this. And it can't take both of these. It could go up to 5. Could do this, right? It could do this. This one, A, okay, it's down here. We established that. C is not here. So this cell sees these. C sees these, and C cannot be 1. One of these is C. This could go all sorts of places. All right. I'm not really very good with puzzles, guys. Let's do this small digits, so we can see the 15. Nice. Wow, it's really strange to play full screen. I see why some people would prefer dark mode. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make my monitor a bit less bright so my eyes don't hurt so much. There we go. What else can we do? One second, let me double check. Okay, nobody's on Twitch. Alright. YouTube chat is updating. How's the stream today, by the way? Because I had that internet issues and I don't know how everything was running last time. And Restream has had issues recently. But so far today, it seems to be working pretty well. Alright. Let's think. This one has to go down here. And that's it. That's all I can tell. This one. This one goes in one of these two. Which means this goes over here. Is that interesting at all? No, because we don't know anything about it. Okay, I think I have to do more with the 1. Because we know there's a 1 in the pink, and we know it's over here. Which means, for example, this cannot be a 1. So the 1 could be here. So we could have a 1 here and here. This can never be a 1. Could this ever be a 1? This cannot be a 1. All right, I think that's probably the break-in I was supposed to find, right? All right, so The 1 can't be here, so there's a 1 here, which means no 1 here, which makes this a 1. All right, so A. This is no longer A. Oop. Right, so this is A now. And we know it's at least 4 with a 1 in it. We know this is not a 1, which makes this a 1. Okay. This is B. This cannot be an 8. Oh, wait. No, there's no, there's a 1 through 6, right? So there's no 1 and... I'm not used to 6 by 6s. Yeah, you cannot have a 1 in a 9 cage and a 6. So it's 6, it's 4, 5, or 3, 6, right? That's the only ones. 2, 7. Yeah, we don't have a 7. Okay. And this is A. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is B. So this can no longer be a 2. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here, A and B. Then we've got the 1. Yeah, I guess it would have spoiled this, right? Yeah, the 1 would have spoiled. Yeah, I see. That's what we need it for, I guess. The 1 goes here. Yeah, and the row column works. So this one is by row column. All right, so these two are... So that's 6, 4... That's it, 6, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 5. And then these two... We don't know if that cage comes down or not. Okay. 11 and 3, no 1s in it. Wait, let's make this orange. Well, I guess we don't really need the colors anymore. If we have a 1, we need 14 and 4. 14 and 4 without a 6. Is that possible? 14 and 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly 14, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so it is possible without a 6. B. B is down here, or up here, or over on this side. So we don't really have a constraint on these cages yet. This is the most constrained area we have. This cell, sorry, has to be here or here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ciao, guys. See you later. This cell lives up here. This cell lives up here. This cell doesn't live here. It lives over here. There's a 4 or 6 over here. Not super useful. All right. 1, 2, 3. If it has a 1 in it, no, it still can have a 6 in it. Oh, it doesn't have to have a 6 in it, so it's still completely open, right? 2, 3, 4, 5 is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15. Yeah, of course. It doesn't have to have a 6 in it, but it can. It can have a 6 in it. So all we know, there's a 2 over here. That means this cannot be a 2. This could be a 2. This cannot be a 2. Do we have to have a 2 in it? If we don't have a 2 in it... So if 21 minus 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait a second. If there's no 2 in it... Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's 21... No, there's only one way to make 15 with 5. I'm a total idiot. You can't have a 6 in it. 1 6 is 7, and then we need 8 more and 3 without a 1 and a 6. 8 more and 3, 2, 3. Yeah, you can't do 8 without a 1. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's not the 2, because if that's a 2, then we don't have a 2 in here, and there's a 6 up here, so that's a 6, 3. And then this is not a 3. I'm just gonna get rid of the A's. Oh, nope. Nope. Get rid of the... Uh-oh. I can't undo. Wait a second. Why did that delete? Huh. Alright. I personally, I'm not used to the letter tool. I haven't used it enough, and... Yeah, you see it interferes with Control Z, and man. Yeah, the letter tool also needs some more work in my mind. So if I do this, yeah, I'm just getting rid of letters. All right. Ay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 3, 6 here. 2, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5 with a 4's here, which means there's no 4 here. Then we've got a 4 here, which means no 4 here. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. No 4 here. 3, 5, 6. So 6 is in one of these two. Now we know there's a 6 in this one. But doesn't exclude a 6 from here yet. Don't have, so there's no 2, 4 or 1 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6. Okay. 3, 5 or 6. What? Alright. Don't know how that happened. So, I have a feeling like I'm seeing bugs and I'm not just ignoring them. Oh, 6 here or here. Is there something that sees both of them? That doesn't see both of them. This one is now a 2, 3, 5 with a 3 up here. So no 3 here. Bottom right cage. 3, 6. 3, 6 is 9, isn't it? I mean, yes, it is 9. Bottom right cage. What is the mistake? Besides the fact no 3s and 6s can be here. Oh, I think the mistake is that this could be a 6. Right. Let's see. Let's go back. Let us just get rid of all of these and these. Yeah, because this could be a 6, right? All we know is there's no 6 in these. How did I exclude the 4? Oh, because of the 3 situation. God damn it. Alright. If this is a 4, 5, that's a 6. So this is either a 6, or if this is a 3, 6, this can be whatever it wants to be. Oh. But we need a 2 here, so it can't be a 2 anymore. That's something at least, right? It cannot be a 2 anymore. And there's a 6 here or here. You just set me back so far. I was doing so good. I'm looking now at digits that can influence a large number of other cells in certain ways. You know, like, hey, can we put a 6 here, for example? Yes, we can, because we could do a 6 here. We exclude 2 from down here. So we know there's a 2 here, which means we know there's not a 2 here. Not super helpful. Do we need a 6 in here? Probably not, right? 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 2, yeah. Yeah, we don't need a 6. We need a 5 in here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need a 5 or a 6. But that's about it. Now this has all cells in it. So there's a couple of... So whatever goes in here, for example... That might be interesting. Whatever goes in here is here. So that's a 3, 4, 5, 6. And whatever goes here needs to go in here. Because it can't go into these. So that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which really doesn't help much. Really, really does not. But because we have... No, this could be a 2 and this could be a 2, right? That still works. It could be 4, 5 also. 4, 5. Oh, is that about the cage? Yeah. I didn't realize the 6 could go in here because I excluded the 6 from the green cage. I thought I was home free. All right. Yeah, there's something in here. I'm still looking for digits that that touch a lot of another cage, right? So this has to be here or here, for example. But it could be here, 3, 4, 5. It could be one of 3, 4, 5. No worries. No worries at all. Can't have a 1 in it. So the smallest we can have is a 2, and then we need 9. 2, 3 is 5, and we need a 6. So it could be 2, 5, 6. No, wait, sorry. 2, 3, 6. It could be 2, 3, 6. That would be the smallest digits. It couldn't be a 6 and a 5. Oh, that's interesting. That means one of these is a 6 or a 5. Can't be a 6 and a 5. One of these is a 6 or a 5, and whichever one it is can't be here. And it can't be here. Again, not really any kind of problem. 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we missing? 2, 1 and 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2. So, but 2 is here. Could this be a 2? Yes. Could this be a 2? Yes. Could this be a 2? Yes. So the 2 is here, but that's not useful at all. This is a 6. 6 goes here. No biggie. No biggity. 2. This is a 2. 2 goes here. And 2 goes here. Yeah, the killer calculator Mark already helped sort out. And that's actually the stuff we added to make the killer calculator work is what helped us do the other stuff properly as well. So woohoo! Go Mark. Alright. 6. No, 4s. We know there's a 4 here. The problem is because the 4 can be here or here, we can still have a 4 any of these. If we have 6, 4, 1. No, we can't have 6, 4, 1. Can we have a 4 at all? 5, 4, 2. Yeah. 2, 4, 5. Do we need a 2? We cannot have a 1. 3, 4, 5 is... 3, 4, 5 is 9 plus 3. 3, 4, 5 is too big, so we know there's a 2 in it. And this cannot be a 2 because it'll limit all these. So this one of these two is a 2, which means this cannot be a 2. If this is a 2, it's this. If this is a 2, it's either of these. Okay. But that also means these two actually eliminate a 2 from here. So this cannot be a 2. Could this be a 2? No. So the 2 is here. And then there's a 2 over here. Interesting. So we have a 2. So we need 9. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is also a 4, 5 or a 3, 6 in here. 4, 5 or a 3, 6. 4, 5 or 3, 6. If this is a 2, this is a 2. If this is a 2, this could also be a 2. So could this not still be a 2? No, because... Okay, so one of these has to be a 2. So we cannot have this situation. Interesting. If this is the 2, this is the 2, then this has to be a 2. If this is the 2, then we could have this and this, for example. All right. So there's a 2 here. It doesn't help a lot. Whatever goes in here goes in here. Okay, so that should have told me, because if this is the 2, this cannot be a 2 because this has to go somewhere in the pink cage and it can only go there. This, on the other hand, can't go here, so that's here. Okay. And this can't go here. It's got to go up here. Can that go there? And then where would it go down here? Here or here, huh? Yeah. This one goes here or here and here. So it can't go here. So this is a 3, 4, 5, 6. Which really doesn't limit it at all. But now I know these two are the same because it can't go here. So we do this. Where would it go in the pink cage? Okay. So on the other hand, this goes... So this cannot go here. So this goes here. So if this is a 6, boom. Whoops. This was a 6. Where would this number go in the pink cage? Because it sees all of the other ones, right? So this cannot be a 6. That's what we've learned. So now we know this is a 3, 6 after all. No, I'm an idiot. It still can be here, right? So the 6s are over here now with the 2s. Then we have a 3, 4, 5. All right, 6s go here. Well, now we know this cannot be a 6, which means this can't be a 3. So one of these two is a 6 now. This is a 6. And this would be the 6. This one goes here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. This one goes over here. And this one goes here. All right. This one goes here. And this one, we already said, goes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And this one is this one. Ah, so this one cannot be 4, 6. No, 2, 3, 5. So these are the same. So it gotta go on this side. 2, 3, 4. So it could be here or here. All right, fair enough. And then over in this direction, it's gotta be down here. My brain is getting tired. I'm struggling here. Not a big fan of hard puzzles, to be honest. I like it easy. Like to feel smart about myself. We've reduced this by one possibility. That's something. We've got the 2's pinned into here. I wish I could do something with these 3. There isn't a single cell that sees all of them. There's cells that see 2 of them, but not the 3rd one. Like, for example, this one. Where does it go in here? It could be one of these. So that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6. Wow. Wow. This one, on the other hand, gotta be here. And this one gotta be in any of those 3. So 4 and 6s are here, but it's not super helpful. This one has to be... Oh, it's not a 1, so that's this one. That's, well... It's not limited, unfortunately. But it's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this one, and this one is this one. And then it's here. Here. And down here, okay. These 2's, they feel suspicious. And we haven't used this cage at all yet. The problem is we don't know much about the cage because we don't even know yet if it's coming down. We know it doesn't have a 1 in it. We know it's 2 or 3 cells, but we don't know what the sum of it is. So I'm not sure how useful that is. Like I can't even say, oh, if this wasn't the cage, where did, you know, the cage doesn't cross boundaries either. This cage has been quite useful though. I guess it told us about the 2. I mean, now we know it has a 3, 6 or 5, 4 in it. So this can't be a 4. But it has a 2 in it, right? So if this is the 5, if it's a 5 or 2, 4, 5, right? This can't be a 4. So it can't be 2, 5, and then 4. It could be 5, 2, 4 though. So we haven't eliminated 4s, 5s, 3s, or 6s from any of these yet. What about 3s and 6s? What 3? If this is a 3, this is a 3. If this is a 3, this is a 3. Wait a second. This one touches the entire green cage, so this has to be a 6. Oh my god, that's what I've been missing all along. Sorry about that. I completely missed that. Yeah, I'm not used to these kind of puzzles yet. And I'm wondering, does the Fog of War... Well, I guess the Fog of War made the break-in interesting. But other than that, now the Fog of War hasn't really been part of the puzzle for quite a while. Right, huh. And what did we say? So this can't be a 6 now. And we said this one sees the rest of the thing. So this has got to be a 6 now. And this has got to be a 6. This can't be a 3 anymore. This is a 6. Not a 6. So this has got to be a 6. And this 4 means, well, there's a 4 over here. It doesn't tell us too much else. There's a 4 over here. And we know the 6 goes with the 3, right? So it's like this, and this is 4, 5, and then this is 2, 3. And then this cannot be 4, 5. So that's a 4. And we've revealed the final cage. So that's not where the 2s are. And I guess that's it. I mean, obviously, it's a 6x6. So once you've got, you know, you've got it broken open, it should fall into place. 5, 4, 3, 5. So far, I think all the other clues, all the other checker clue stuff seems to work pretty well. Like, I haven't noticed anything really going wonky. So that's actually, you know, that's what we're testing for. All right, and nothing in the console. So I like that. I enjoyed the puzzle. It was actually tougher than what I usually go for. Oh, we can close that. No. And I just lost music. Ah, okay. No, it was just a moment of silence. All right, let's see. This one, I don't know if it's finished, so I don't want to... I mean, these I've played so many times, I know them by heart. I think Rise of the Storm is the only one of these that I haven't played yet. Interlinked. Oh, and this one doesn't make sense to me. I'd like to do a little bit of a collection of fog puzzles, because obviously there aren't that many yet, so it might be an interesting occasion to start collecting them from the beginning. Yeah, Riders of the Storm, I'll just watch Simon do it and then do it along. So this one, I mean, I've done it a million times, so I kind of know all the tricks. So the first trick is... the minimum of these can be is 10. The minimum of these can be is 6. That's 16. The minimum of these two can be is double 1. That's 16, 17, 18. And 18 is 2 times 9. So both of these are 9s. And these are indeed those minimums. 1, 2, 3. And these are both 1s. Now that eliminates 1s from here. It's a 1 here. So this one is at least a 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't have a 4-cell arrow. Hey, Mark. Thanks, Mark, and thanks for the help. This was actually a bit of a weight off my heart, because I was worried that I couldn't solve that last issue with the Fog of War feature set. And at first I thought I could get away with it, but it was obvious that it bugged people quite a bit. So I'm glad we kind of managed to sort it out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. We got a 4 in here. 2, 3, 4 makes this a 1. That's not a 1. 2, 3, 4. 3, 9. 1. 1. 1. And 1. 9 goes in here. This can't be a 9. So this can't be a 1, so this cannot be an 8. There's no 8 here. This is 6, 7, 8, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we know this cannot be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, so that's a 5. So the smallest this can be is now an 8 arrow, like this. Yep. Got a 5 in here. We've got a 5 indeed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Yeah, that's the problem with well, actually, I mean, any stream will always spoiler a puzzle, but of course, a Fog of War can spoil it more easily. Sorry about that. Where did this one come from? I'm trying to remember now. Was this... No, I don't think Simon did this one. I think this I picked up from the testing, puzzle setter testing stuff. 1, 2. So this one cannot be a 1 or a 2, so that's at least a 3. This cannot be a 1, so this is it can't be a 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. This can't be a 6. 9. Yeah, I'll mark that. 8. 8, 8, 8. Ah, this has got to be an 8. So now we know this is at least a 2-cell arrow. And it's got a 5 in here. It doesn't have a 1 here. So if this is a... Oh, and it doesn't have a 2 or 3 here. So the smallest this can be is a 4. 4 or 5 happens to be the smallest digits we can put into an arrow. So that's this. I got 5 here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all the small digits. 2, 3, 4, 5. No 4s down here. And no 2, 3 up here. Alright. And then these are 6, 7, 8. And the 8 goes in the middle. Oop. Like that. Okay. And this is 2... No, it can't be 2, 3. This is 2, 3. So we're missing 5. And then we have 1, 7, 6, 1, 6, 7. Like that. 1, 6, 7, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh, wait. Like we said earlier, yeah. So, for example, this is 2. I remember. These two have to add up to 7, which means they're maximized, right? And that kind of reveals a whole bunch of additional digits. And I'm thinking that might be the rest of it. This can't be a 3 now. This can't be a 2. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So minimum is 5. It can't be a 5 either. Minimum is 6. So it can't be a 7 because that can't be a 1. 6, 2, or 3, or 7. This can't be a 3 either. So this has got to be a 2. And this is 6 or 7. All right. Yeah, and that brings us a 2 up here. It's not a 1. And we have 2s there. 1s there. 6, 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No 5 here. 8 or 9. This can't be a 9 now. This can't be a 1. This can't be an 8. So I have a 6, 7 here. So no 6, 7s here. 8, 9, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4 go there. And then we have 6, 7 here. All right. And 9 goes down here. You know, sometimes you get that thing where suddenly you feel like the need to touch your face all the time. Something is itching or scratching or just, I don't know. Very strange. 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Ah. Ah, my neck. 5. Sorry, I'm not even thinking. I'm just clicking digits. Thinking time. Yeah. So here we go. Minimum is 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, so there's got to be a 6. Sorry, I was like, I think I'm on the way to falling asleep right now. Let's see, 6, 7. Been a long 2 weeks, I think now. I've been non-stop, no breaks. All right, 9. 9, 9, 9 goes here. Ooh, an arrow. The whole thing in one go. Can't have a 1 in it. 2, 3. So minimum 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be an 8 or a 9. So it's a 5 or a 7. Oh yeah, I remember how that's kind of... All right, 4 digits. I'm not above marking 4 digits. 8, 3, and 6. Here, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. No 1 here. No 5 here. Okay, that didn't help a lot. 3s. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, can't go that high. Can't even be 6, right? Oh yeah, no, I remember. All right. So if it's 5, if it's 7, it's 3, 4. If it's 5, it's 2, 3. So there's always a 3. Because 2, 4 is 6, right? So this has got to be a 3. That puts a 3 down here with the 1. 1, 3. 5, 7 up here. And we have a 3 here. Knocks out the 3 from there. Oh, that's interesting. This excludes these, but in reality, it should be including them due to the line constraint. So there's a Let's have a quick look, because I think the seen cells thing did an exclusion there, which is now not relevant anymore. I don't think we need them anymore, because we've done them earlier by doing them inside the puzzle info block. So if we go to scene cells, select scene cage cells. That's, yeah, you see this, I removed that from here. So this doesn't even do that check anymore. Why are these two excluded up here? I think that might be a manual check. It's not a big deal. I can live with that, but it's kind of annoying that it doesn't exclude them like that. Trying to think why this is excluded right now. Because I don't think it's being excluded by the code we added today. Let's have a quick look. So today we modified the get puzzle info code. So if I remove this, and I do this, I don't think that uses the checker, does it? What did I call this? This is special something special. Mouse handlers. Where's it? Button handlers. Special all select all scenes. Special get scene by tuple. Oh, this is custom code still. Did I don't remember updating this for fogged cells. But it does use puzzle info, so I'm assuming this is where the discrepancy comes from, right? If I do this, oh wait, this won't work. All right, I'm not gonna check that now, but I think this might be something we can fix. These should be marked like that, and then I know this will be a 3 here. And then we have our 3s down here, which gives us a 3 here. So that would be one small improvement. Yeah, you see, it still thinks the 3 can't go in here. Even though there's a 3 right there. That's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. And then down here, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 8, 5, 5, 5 here. Do we have, oh, here's also 4. 1, 5, 7, 8. 1. So 5s. So 5s go here. That's not a 5. And I think 7s go there as well. Yes. So that's a 5, 7 pair. Which means 2 goes there, the 1 goes there. 2, 1. 2 doesn't go there anymore. 2 now goes here. 5, 7 here, so that's a 4, 6, 8 without the 8, which puts an 8 here and here and not here, which puts an 8 here and here. All right, 5, 7, 4, 6, 8. Well, yeah, that's a little annoying actually. So I hope I can fix that. 9. Yeah, 9 definitely can't go there. 7s. 5, 7. So we can't have a 7 here, so that's a 1, 6. 7s. 7s. 6s. Scan, scan, scan. There's a 6 up here, which means that's a 7. It's a 5 here. 7 here, 5 here, 7 here. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. We have a 6 up here, 5, 7 there. And I think, yeah, so if this is a 7, that's a 6. and this would be a 4. That would be a 6, and we have a conflict, right? So if this is a 5, that becomes a 6, and then we have all our ducks in a row, and it still works. Okay. And I think the rest is just filling in the remaining things. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 5, 6, 1, 7. That's it. All right. I think this qualifies it for a release to beta. Our yeah, we don't need that anymore. I'm not even gonna make a mark on that. I'll come across it again of this particular issue because that's just my own personal tool. Nobody's using that. All right, I think this is. I'm gonna call it. I'm too tired. There's lots of more things to do, but I am too tired. And that's it. One last thing because. Ooh, where am I? Oh, because my tabs got closed earlier and I don't know anything anymore. I think there's something. There's a spreadsheet I have. Support. Swin code supporters. That's it. Yeah, man, I'm really loving it lately. The last couple of days, the last week or so, patrons gone up quite a bit. Like I think I have 20 new patrons this month alone, which is really freaking awesome. I got some good news from Simon and Mark. They're gonna reduce the amount, their share of the take from SudokuPad, which is actually really nice. Mostly because I didn't have to ask for it. That's really awesome because I'm really terrible at asking for things. Analytics. That's another tab I'm missing. So you know, I'm planning to do a few posts soon to my patrons. Kind of updates on like, hey, Flogger 4 feature. How does it work? Releases. How do they work? When do I release what? You know, that kind of stuff. Let me see. I'm trying to remember all my tabs. There's this one, but there's also this one. Because unfortunately, ooh, is this the right one? No, it's completely wrong. Completely wrong. I don't know. Not your problem, guys. But yes, it's looking really nice. We've hit the 500, and sometimes you hit like you push for a milestone, and then it kind of backslides. But we actually stayed above 500, so that's really nice. I mean, I have no illusion. You know, this is not exactly for everybody to watch, but just the subs and the support that really freaking helps. And we're gonna hit 30,000 probably in the next couple of weeks on SudokuPad, and that's the next big ticket item. I gotta update those apps. You know, the paying supporters, the biggest supporters, they do deserve the good stuff. They should have the latest features and all that stuff, of course. So, you know, that's where I'm gonna go next. And yeah, while we're at it, check out patreon.com. I don't know why that, no, make that as a link. Sub to this channel if you haven't yet, and you know, check out the Discord, and I will update the app very, very soon. So yeah, thank you very much for checking out my stream, and I hope you're enjoying the app and the new features, the Flogger puzzles, and of course the new colors. That's still in the polishing phase, so hopefully that'll get done soon, and then everything will go onto the live site. Thank you very much. Take care, and thanks for hanging out. See ya.